And welcome back into the Wave Morning Show with Radio Red and Craig. We have Rick Surrency, our school superintendent, in the studio today, and I guess there's a meeting going on today, right, Rick?
I'm in meetings every day, but this is a school board meeting.
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Welcome
absolutely.
aboard, Rick.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
So what's going on in the school systems this week?
That's kind of a loaded question, but as you know, this time of year is, of course, today is May 1st, and this is probably the busiest time of the year for the school
graduation.
system.
How many days left?
It's over May 25th.
Because
so-
if I'd asked a teacher that, they could have told me
Yeah, they can tell you
days,
to the
hours,
hour.
and minutes.
So you got graduation, you've got prom, and you've got 42nd Street Musical.
Right? And
Pretty
you
big
have,
things.
and you have all the award banquets, which are wonderful. You have spring football. You know, everything's happening right now, so there's not a
Busy month.
yeah.
And it's new for us to be getting out this early. So it'd be great.
Yeah, well, you know, we started the school year early, so we're getting out early, and you know, the state law has us starting earlier, so you know, getting out before June is this. I think second year in a row we've done that. So that's
When I was
okay.
growing up, we got out in May, and the June. I mean, it seemed like the school year got longer and longer.
No, we
Yeah.
never got out in May. We had June, the first Friday of June.
Well, when I was in high school, a long time ago, we would get out, and that was watermelon season. I used to work in the watermelon fields.
I used to put the little tags on that went into the freight car. I know.
Yeah, so
Go straight from school to making money.
yeah, heck yeah, $2 an hour. I was
Hey.
into the money back then.
I know it. I was making money at 50 cents an hour babysitting and buying all my clothes.
Well, today at the board meeting, just to let you know, our school board will be making a pretty tough decision regarding school safety. And I've asked them to consider deciding on next year how they will meet the state statute as far as protecting our schools. And I know you've been keeping track of the Senate Bill 7026. But they will have to decide whether or not they're going to hire additional resource officers, hire school safety officers, you know, like security guards kind of thing, or the Guardian program.
When's the deadline?
Today.
Today.
Well, every district has their own time schedule, and we're deciding today because we have to know going forward how many, if we are going to hire additional officers, that will impact the number of teachers we have next year.
That's what worries me the most about this is I understand everything behind it. But I also hope people understand by doing this we're losing teachers.
Well, if they choose to spend money on hiring additional personnel, that's, you know, because everything costs something. So yeah, it's going to take away from personnel.
Yeah, it's
because
going to take away from it because you got to pay them. They're not going to walk in and say, I'm going to do this for free for you.
Right.
They have to be paid, and if you've only got X number of dollars in the budget, and you have to take these by law, then that X number of dollars isn't going to cover those 2 new teachers that you needed.
Right. Now, the school board did authorize a task force to be created to come back and make a recommendation. And that task force consisted of 21 individuals in our community. They met on 2 different occasions, and they will be presenting their recommendation today at the school board. There's actually a special meeting at 3 o'clock for the purpose of listening to that recommendation, and then they will vote at the 3:30 meeting.
Now, where will that be held?
It'll be in Pulaski at the school board meeting
Just
room.
letting everybody else know where it is.
You
Yeah.
know, almost every school board meeting, I imagine, is pretty important, but this sounds like it's more important than usual.
This one's a very important school board
Yeah.
meeting because, or workshop or whatever this is at 3.
Well, it's a regular school. It's a special school board meeting strictly for that purpose. Now you can tune into that. You can watch that live.
Okay.
On YouTube, right?
Right.
Putnam Schools TV.
Putnam Schools TV to watch it live, and then you can watch the recording on YouTube. But you know, there's not enough space to have everybody in town there. But if you want to just tune in, and it'll probably be towards the end of the meeting before they'll vote on it. We do have some presentations. One I do want to mention, our media relations person, Felicia Cahan, will be presenting a presentation on communication and how our district reaches out and tries to, you know, keep our listeners informed, our citizens, our parents, our business leaders, trying to keep everybody in town informed about what's going on in the school system. Because a lot of times when our kids come home from school, you know, you ask them how it's going at school, then a lot of times they'll just say fine.
Yeah,
but-
doing great. What did you learn today? Oh, I don't know, just stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we want to try to give you a little more information than our kids are giving you. And, you know, things through print media, social media is a big thing we use now. Radio interviews. You know, there's a number of avenues that we use to try to keep our listeners informed. And we also want them to communicate with us too. So it's two
Well,
way.
we try to give them what we can give them here, but they've got to reach out and ask questions.
Right. And through social media, it's a great tool. They can, they can contact us. They can email us. There's a number of ways they can ask us questions and keep that dialogue going. So I just encourage you to listen to our presentation. I think it's so important to be able to keep that two-way communication going on between the district and our community.
So Putnam Schools TV on YouTube, and they'll be able to watch it live today starting at 3 or 3:30.
I think the 3 o'clock will be televised. Do you think, Jim? Yeah. Since it's a special board meeting, that should be televised. We do have a couple workshops prior to that. One on mental health, and one on the First Coast Tech situation. That will be. There's 2 separate workshops.
I have a question about that one, and you may not be able to answer at this point. Rumor, strictly rumor that I heard, is that when we lost First Coast Technical, we lost to things like cosmetology, welding, and all that we're not going to get that through the college.
Well, that's.
Do you know anything?
Yeah, that's yet to be determined. We're negotiating with the college now, and they will make the decision what they will offer. So I don't want to say right now what will be offered and what will not be offered.
Well, if the college doesn't offer those hands-on classes like that, is there going to be an alternative for those kids?
Right now the post-secondary aspect of that will be offered by the college. So again, if people want to continue taking, say, cosmetology through First Coast and it's not offered here, then they would just need to travel to St. Johns County and take that.
So we think it'll be offered somewhere within the system.
Well, again, I don't want to speak for the college.
Well, because in my mind, and this is why I'm confused about it, that First Coast Technical School will no longer exist.
Yeah,
it's not on this campus.
Not in Putnam County.
Okay, because I got the impression they were shutting down totally.
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
no.
okay. I didn't think I had it right. That's why I was
And
asking.
again, I want to clarify, that was a decision by our legislature.
Right, that was not local.
Right, that was not a decision by the Putnam County School District. The legislature authorizes who will offer post-secondary career courses in our county. So they've, for a number of reasons, they've chosen to allow St. John's River State to do that.
Okay.
So, but just, you can call First Coast or call St. John's, and they will let you know what the plans are.
See, doing that I feel a little bit better, because I worried about those kids that were in those programs or wanted to go into those programs, that if there was not going to be a First Coast period, which is what I was hearing.
No, that's not true.
Okay, that makes.
And the ones who are in, I just want to emphasize, if you are a student at First Coast now,
you just moved to St. Johns County to finish.
Well, but they're going to continue to offer those courses here. They call it a teach out, where they will continue offering that here until that cohort finishes.
Right.
So again, they want to be fair to those people and not just stop right now. They're going to have a plan on kind of phasing it out, and St. John's phasing it in.
So they're just not taking new students, and they're going to finish.
That's my understanding, right?
All right, thank you. I'm glad you clarified, because I got hit with that the other day, and I went, I don't know.
Well, and that's an example of communication, because there's a lot of misinformation, and any way we can, we need to try to clarify that, because it impacts a lot of people.
That it does, because not everybody's going to go to college.
That's true. The career and vocational programs are so important, especially in this county, and we're putting a lot of emphasis on.
Yeah, have you tried to call a plumber lately?
Actually, I have.
Yeah, not easy, is it?
No. Yeah, you're kind of at their mercy.
Yeah, you're at their mercy. So, kids, if you're listening, we need some plumbers in this town.
Yeah, there's a lot of need for people that work with their hands and work in the career field, and I can't stress that enough. So, and our school system is trying to reach out and meet those needs.
Yeah, I heard about one of them this morning that may come through. Talking to Wayne McLean about it, and I'm really excited to hear. So, something happening within the schools.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that too.
You didn't hear that?
Didn't
All right,
hear
we'll
it.
tell you when we're not on the air. That way you don't have
Yeah, you'll have to tell me in private. So
I don't want you to have to respond cold on the air when you don't know yet what's going on about it.
Yeah, thanks for saving me there.
Yeah, he's just a superintendent.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he can only know so much, and there's so many other things that are working in different departments that until they get to the bottom, they don't get on his plate.
Right.
But they've got to get all the kinks worked out and all of that before they can present it to him.
Yeah, I can always say I can get back with you on that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
thanks for talking to me in private about that, whatever that is.
Well, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Okay.
But,
Can't wait to hear.
But when they do ask you something, and you have to go back, that's because it's under another department head, and they just haven't got all the details together to give it to you.
Well, we've got so many people that are working so hard, and I'm just trying to kind of stay informed.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean they work very hard,
You're
and they do a good job keeping me informed.
You're just holding that umbrella. They're doing all the work.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm out there kind of, I guess with the steering wheel, so to speak, but we have a lot of people pushing the gas pedal.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
So we got anything else we need to talk about today?
I think right now, just number one thing I would suggest to people is keep kids safe. You know, we had some tragedies here lately, and I can't stress enough this time of year with all the celebrations. Sometimes people get on the road and maybe don't make good decisions.
I panicked during prom.
Yeah.
And I panicked graduation night because you don't want to pick up the paper the next day.
They change the way they act normally, and they act something different.
They tend to get stupid, and kids don't know immorality. What's the word?
Immortal.
Immortality. Thank you. That's the word I'm trying to come up with.
You think you'll live forever when you're that age.
You do, and you don't realize that those consequences are going to weigh in the rest of your life.
Yeah, it is a time of celebration, but kids need to just remember they are mortal and have a good time, but don't get out there and hurt somebody.
Because you want to go on to the next chapter.
Right.
The next chapter is fun.
I've been doing this for about 40 years now, and I've seen so many tragedies over the years. And we tell them, but you know, we just need to continue telling them.
My mom was a nurse. Everybody needs to go through the emergency room at one of the big universities the night before you graduate.
Yeah.
It'll sober you up real fast.
Well, we used to bring a car when I was at Palatka High.
Did. I remember that.
We'd bring a car that had been wrecked.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty sobering sight.
Just to see that, and of course we just had fatalities in this county that had children involved. I don't think they were school age yet.
Well, I want to reach out to again, just keep those families in our prayers.
Yes.
I knew all those kids who were deceased, and it's heartbreaking.
And see, I thought they were young kids. How were they? Older kids?
Well, there were some younger children, and but you know, the two older people were former students who I knew very well. So yeah, it's just heartbreaking, and it's never easy whether they're a student or a former student.
Yeah.
There's still,
it's
still
not ever
people in our
easy.
community. So
Will always affect because they have families here.
yeah,
and
they
all
sure
of
do.
that.
So we reach out to them, and yeah, heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
We're good. Thank you guys for always giving us the
I always
opportunity
like
to
to
talk.
have you.
Yeah.
So tune in today at 3 o'clock go to YouTube and go to Putnam Schools
Well,
TV.
actually,
No, go.
Just
YouTube is when
PutnamSchoolsTV.com.
it's recorded. If you go to the Putnam County site,
Yeah, it's Putnam Schools TV on YouTube.
yeah,
Putnam Schools TV on YouTube.
Okay.
So go to YouTube and go to Putnam Schools TV, and you'll catch it live.
right. So best show in town. Yeah, a
well,
lot of
almost.
good, a lot
we
of
got
good
this one.
information.
We'll beat you out.
I think some folks are going to be listening from work today.
I don't know.
though.
Our ratings, I think, are higher than his ratings will be.
And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm saying there's a lot of good information.
I know it.
One thing, tune in early. We're also going to honor the kids who are winners of our Crime Stopper poster contest.
All right.
And you'll be able to see those posters on TV and a lot of good stuff. R.J. Lorenzo will be there to present the award. So anyway,
All
Well,
right.
Could
you're
be a
doing a
great
great
day.
job. We're glad to have you on the kids' side. We
Good.
appreciate you.
Thank you guys for
Thank
everything you do.
All right,
All
we'll
right.
tune in at 3. Don't
All right.
go anywhere. We'll be back.